money.
The premise in a fixed index annuity is that you're getting growth with market increases with zero risk of loss. How is that possible? It seems too good to be true, but there is some science behind it. So you've got some money that you've set aside to provide for yourself some retirement income. You've decided that you don't want to have all your money at risk in the market. You're tired of taking the losses, and so you've heard about this concept of a fixed index annuity that gives you some growth with zero risk. So you've got your money here that you've set aside for income. You transfer that money to the life insurance company, and then what they're going to do is they're going to take your money and put your money into a pool of long-term bonds. Now, they're not purchasing bonds for you. They're just adding some more or buying more bonds with the money that you put in. And that's where your money stays, and that's important. Your money stays right there in the bonds. Now, most of the companies that provide these types of annuities are very large companies. They've got hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in these bonds. So they're always getting a really good interest rate off of them at any given time. And so at any moment, they're drawing interest off of these bonds. Now, the life insurance companies are required by regulation to demonstrate that they're going to do business in a way that they will remain solvent, that they're going to be able to pay their bills. And so because of that, the first bit of the interest goes right to them. That's going to keep the lights on, that's going to pay the salaries, that's just going to keep everything nice and solid and strong. And so that little bit is what they're going to use to do that. But it's with the rest of the interest, the majority of the interest that they're drawing off of these bonds, they're going to use it to provide that safe growth. We call it indexing. It's within a fixed indexed annuity. So they're going to take the interest and they're going to purchase index options, not necessarily stock options, but all indices have options just like stocks do. And it can be a variety of different indices within the account. These different companies provide different ones, S&P 500, NASDAQ, whatever. But let's just say you purchase, they're going to purchase options for a particular index. Well, then what happens if the index goes up? The market goes up, and just like with Starbucks, they're going to exercise those options. The first sliver of the profit from exercising the options goes right back to them. There's a reason why these companies have been in business 300 and 400 years is because they know what they're doing and they can make some profit along the way. So the first little bit goes to them, it adds to their bottom line. The next sliver of exercising the options goes into what we call the pool or a profit pool. We're going to talk about the profit pool in a little bit, but really this is the cash on hand. This is what they use as reserves. One nice thing about life insurance companies is they always have to have reserve money to satisfy all of their obligations. So they're going to keep that money in the pool to satisfy those obligations. Now, it's with the rest of the money, the majority of that profit from exercising the option, that goes into the customer's account. They get a nice deposit showing up when they check their balance. So that's the first half of the equation. How do you make money if the market goes up? Well, that's the easy part. The real question is, how do you not lose money if the market goes down? Well, let's take a look at that. Let's say the market does go down. The index is lower. The index is selling at a price lower than what they purchased the options for. And so if the index is low, will they exercise the options for the index when the index is down like that? They're not going to do that. So what happens if they expire? They lose those options that they use for the index. But what money do they spend to buy those options? They spent the interest. Just the interest off of those bonds. Now, what is very important to know is that their customers' money is still in the long-term bonds. It never left. Notice there's no fancy arrow going from long-term bonds into purchasing the options. They never touch the principal. They only risk the interest that they're drawing off of the principal to purchase those options. And so that's how, if the market goes up, you're getting growth in your account, but if the market goes down, you're not suffering any losses.